the big news in NBA right now is the Nets. The Nets are trying to acquire James Harden. It just came out before this recording that James Harden has told the Rockets that he wants to get traded, and the only team he wants to get traded is the Nets. He wants to go to the Brooklyn Nets. That's crazy news. That would form a huge, not a big three, a huge three of Kyrie, KD, and James Harden. That would be crazy. As far as talent, that would be the best trio in the league. That should put them as the favorites, in my opinion, to win the East, to win the NBA championship, the Bill O'Brien trophy. 3 top elite players. You could put Kyrie as a top 5 point guard. James Harden is the best shooting guard. And KD, him and LeBron are the 2 best players in the NBA. So if they do pull off that trade, the only thing you can question is if they're going to be able to gel. As far as talent, they have more talent than any team in the NBA. 3 top elite players. But who's going to sacrifice? Who's going to give up some touches? Harden is, I say it's Harden because he's averaging over 30 points the last few seasons, 35 points. So he's going to have to sacrifice. Kyrie's a super dominant ball handler too. James Harden has like the highest usage rate in the NBA, and KD loves to have the ball in his hands too. So it's just, and a rookie head coach and Steve Nash. Those are the questions that need to be asked. Like, are they going to be able to gel? Who's going to sacrifice? Who's going to give up the ball? Who's going to be content with standing on the side, watching the other players play? And the other thing is, if they trade for Harden, how's their bench going to look? They're going to have 3 elite players that could score, that could go for 50. All of them could go for 50 any given night. But as far as their bench, how is that going to play out in the playoffs? If one of them gets hurt, does that deter their whole team for the season? But no matter what happens, if they do pull this trade off for James Harden, they'll be easily the favorites in the East. They should make it's finals or bust. It's championship or bust. If they get James Harden, they should already be like one or the first or second favorite in the East. But if they get Harden, it's championship or bust. And the thing I question is, do they have enough assets to get him? Dinwiddie, LeVert, Prince, Jared Allen. Is that enough? Like, if you're the Rockets and you get Dinwiddie, you get LeVert, you get Tajon Prince, and you get Jared Allen, are you content? Are you happy with what you got for Harden? I don't think so, in my opinion. If I'm the Rockets GM, that's not enough. That's not enough to get Harden. Dinwiddie's a nice player. LeVert is a good player. Prince has potential. Jared Allen has potential too, but I need more. So they might have to get a third team. But like I said, James Harden has said that he wants to go to the Nets. So that puts pressure on the Rockets because they can't really trade him to anybody else. If he goes to anywhere else, he could just tell them that he's not going to re-sign with them, that they're getting him on a rental or whatever. But it does look like he's trying to force the Rockets' hand. It just also came out that they offered him a 2-year, $100 million extension, and he denied it. It would have been the highest contract per year in NBA history, $50 million per year, and he said no to that. So honestly, it's starting to look like it's inevitable, like it's going to happen, like Harden to the Nets is going to happen. Like I said, I'm recording this as of Monday night, November 16th, and free agency, the draft is on Wednesday, free agency starts on Friday, you can sign players on Sunday. So how long is it going to take? Like, drop your comments down below. How long do you think it's going to take for Harden to become a Nets? Today is Monday, like Tuesday, Wednesday, how long? Like, free agency starts, the draft starts. I say by the draft. If this is going to happen, it's going to happen by Wednesday. By Wednesday, they should have this materialized, and it's crazy. Harden and KD reunited after, so many years that they played together in OKC, with Kyrie now as a running mate instead of Westbrook. And we'll see if they're able to do it. We'll see if they're able to get a championship. Like I'm saying, every report is swaying me to believe that this is going to happen. The NBA offseason is crazy. It's all jam-packed in 1 week this year. And then we're super close to the start of the NBA season again. So it's just crazy moves. Like, I'm still wrapping my head around this. It's just crazy. Like 2 years ago, if I would have told you KD's going to leave the Warriors, Kyrie's going to leave the Celtics, and Harden's going to leave the Rockets, and they're all going to be with the Nets after the Nets had been what the Nets had been for a while. It's just crazy. And I mean, it's fun. I love seeing player movement. I love seeing fresh new teams. And it's going to be a challenge as a Laker fan. I know it's going to be a challenge for the Lakers to just make it out of their West. And then if they have this team waiting for them in the East, whew, the path to a repeat just gets so much harder. But I'm excited for this 2020, 2021 season. I think it's going to be a great, great season.